Everyone, this is Ravinder Dundra and welcome to my channel. Today in this lecture we will discuss about income and other criteria. In the previous lecture on this topic we have discussed about what is development, and we have also discussed about characteristics of development, and we have seen national development, and we have also seen comparing countries based on this per capita income. Therefore, now in continuation with that we will discuss about income and other criteria. That means in the previous lecture we have discussed about this per capita income to compare the countries. We have discussed about this per capita income and how we will compare based on this per capita income. Now let us discuss that apart from this per capita income, or we also call it as this average income. So apart from this average income, there are some other criteria which we use to compare the states, or which we use to compare these countries. So what are these attributes which we use to compare these states or countries? So before that, let us take an example of data of the year 2015 and 16 to compare three different states based on this average income. They are, one is Haryana, Kerala, Bihar. So here if you can see this per capita income, on an average a Haryana person, he earns 1,62,034 rupees per year. Then Kerala, it is 1,40,190 rupees. Then a Bihar person on an average he earns 31,454. So according to this data of 2015 and 16, here Haryana is the most developed state among these three states. Why? Because its per capita income is 1,62,034 rupees. But apart from this per capita income, there are certain other aspects by which we compare these countries. They are, one is infant mortality rate, the second one is literacy rate, and third one is this net attendance ratio. So let us see what is this IMR, or infant mortality rate. Infant mortality rate means number of children die before the age of 1 year as a proportion to 1000 live children born in a year. For example, here in a particular year, if 1000 children are born, then out of this 1000 children, for example, if 20 children died before the age of 1 year, that means before completing 1 year itself, if they lose their life or if they are died, means we call it as that infant mortality rate. That is, once again if you see, number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion to 1000 children, 1000 live children born in a particular year. For example, in a particular year, if suppose 1000 children are born, just take an example, in that 20 children died, that means here the IMR is 20. That means this IMR, it should be less and lesser. Then the next attribute is about this literacy rate. Literacy rate means what? Literacy rate means, you can say simply, for example, a person, he should be more than 7 years of age, and at least he should be able to read and write at least in one language. Then we can say that so and so person is a literate person, or we can also call it as an educated person. A person, he should be at least an age of 7 years, and he should be able to write in one language, and he should be able to read in one language. Then we call it as this, we call that person as a literate person. Then the last one is about this net attendance ratio. That means total number of children of the age group, that means 14 to 15 years, who are attending the school. That means out of the same age group people, if suppose in a country there are 100 students are there, in that only if 20 children are attending of the same age group, that means 14 to 15 years of age group, then we can say the net attendance ratio is only 20%. You can see again, number of children who are attending the school of an age group of 14 to 15 years. That we call it as this net attendance ratio. So now based on these three things, other than this per capita income or average income, based on these three things, let us compare the same states again. Then you can find out which is better, which is poor in condition, which is more developed, which is lesser developed. So for this we will take a table example again to compare these three states. Let us compare the same states based on the aspects which we have discussed, that is based on infant mortality rate, literacy rate as well as net attendance ratio. As I told, the IMR should be lesser, then literacy rate should be higher, as well as the net attendance ratio should also be higher. So now let us compare these three states again based on these aspects so that we can understand which is better in these aspects. So let us start here. So if we can take this Haryana, when it comes to the infant mortality rate, the Haryana's infant mortality rate is 33. Then the Kerala is 10 and Bihar is 38. So according to this data, given data, here the IMR of this Kerala state is very lesser and Bihar is very higher. That means at an average only 10 children are dying before the age of 1 year in Kerala, whereas in Bihar it is 38 students and 38 children, and at the same time in Haryana they are also almost closer to this Bihar. So according to this data, if we can compare, Kerala is in better position if we can see in this infant mortality rate. Why? Because among these three states, the less number of children who are dying before the age of 1 year are in this Kerala. Now let us take about the second aspect, that is literacy rate. As I told, who are above 7 years of age and who can read and write at least in one language, we call them as literate or educated people. So now let us see which state is more educated. So here Haryana's literacy rate is 82%. That means at an average for every 100 people, 82 people can read and write at least in one language. Whereas in Kerala it is very near to the 100, it is something like 94. Then on Bihar it is only 62. So again in this data Kerala is in better position. Why? Because here the literacy rate should be increasing. So after this Kerala, the next one which is closer to 100 or which is higher is this Haryana. Then again if we can see this Bihar, it is only 62%. That means on an average only 62 people can read and write at least in one language in Bihar. So here also the Kerala state is in a better position compared to other states, compared to this Haryana as well as Bihar. Then the next one is this about this net attendance ratio. So here also the number of school going children of the age group 14 to 15 in Haryana, they are 61, whereas in Kerala it is 83 and in Bihar it is just only 43. So again here this thing also, as I told, it should be in increasing mode. So here among these three states, again the Kerala state is in very better position compared to Bihar as well as Haryana. In Haryana only 61 children of the age group 14 to 15 are attending this school, and when it comes to Bihar it is just only 43% of people, 43 students per 100 people of the age group 14 to 15 are attending the school, whereas in Kerala it is 83 people. So therefore here among all these three aspects, the state which is far better is Kerala. Why? Because its IMR rate is lesser, literacy rate is increasing, and the net attendance ratio is also greater than other states. But when we have compared based on this per capita income, here the Haryana state is having more per capita income. So according to the per capita income, Haryana can be regarded as the well developed state. But as I told, this average income cannot give accurate information, or we cannot compare any state or country just based on this average income. Why? Because for example, if you take a classroom and out of 40 marks, out of 100 marks, the class average is something like 85. Just imagine a class average is just 85, but out of this, in this 85 or in this average, some students might have got 100 and some students might have got just 35. But on an average, we are judging every student, saying that every student has got 85% or 85 marks. But here there are some topmost students and at the same time there are some other less talented or least students. So this is not the correct way to measure this states or countries. Therefore, apart from this, apart from averages, we should also take some other aspects to compare the states. They are infant mortality rate, literacy rate, as well as net attendance ratio. So from here to here, if you can see, Kerala is the well developed state among these three states, because in all these aspects Kerala is in better position. That is why it is given the, or you can say it is the most developed state according to this given data. So, we will discuss about this public facilities. Thank you.